Hey, how are you guys doing out there? This is my first video on YouTube and we're going to try and start doing laptops. We're trying to switch out the hard drives and this is basically, let's see what we have here. Okay, what we have is a Packard Bell OneNote which I actually got traded in town. I'm only starting out as a student now and trying to get into the computer business, so laptops aren't really going to be my thing. You're going to see mostly desktops, stuff like that. Basically this thing came and there's no power and the keyboard was supposed to be broken before I got it. Now I've got the charger for that and I just thought I'd take the opportunity to show the video, because I do have this Toshiba that I got which actually doesn't have any kind of components, so that's what we're going to try and switch out. And the actual charger port, which is here, is actually going to fit perfectly in there and the power works. So we're going to swap everything from the Packard Bell OneNote and we're going to see if we get this working. I will show a video of it later, but now I do know that the screen here is actually broken, but we did have it on before. My friend had a Toshiba and we swapped out the stuff and it worked. Now what you will need is a small kit, because laptops come with very small screws, so you need precision screwdrivers for that. Now I got a case around here with a lot of old like tools there, you know. What I'm using today is from precision kit called PowerFix, and it came out of actually Lidl down the road, believe it or not, and it comes with all 3 sets of those bits there. A bit close in there. These are what you're going to need. Every laptop has different screws in different ways, so we're just using a basic small screwdriver head of a normal. Right. So that will take out the screws in the Packard Bell, which I'm going to do now. First you have, obviously probably not great light, but you do have a hard drive case, and you can see there are 2 screws in the sides here. You remove those, it lifts up and comes out. One. There's 2. Like that, lift off. All very simple. Next, most laptops have a little casing around the hard drives. So these would be the 2.5-inch SATA drive laptop. And in case you've never seen one, we're going to take this out now. There's another screw in there as well. Like that. Lift up the tab. And we're going to have to pull back. Lifts off straight away. Now, taking a look inside, hard drive is like this. Let's see, maybe you guys can see a little better now. That's the hard drive in there. Now take it out, you can see it's connected by pins here. Now there's an adapter here, because it's a pin old one, and this is to take the SATA ones. These are modified. So this one had an actual extension. It was at the times when the laptops were changing and they didn't change the port yet, but they had the new SATA drives based on the desktop and came up with this design. So the adapters are in these kind of computers around the 2000, 2005 era. So take the foam on, never touch the chip because you can short that out. Always make sure you're grounded. Touch something metal basically, so you don't short circuit if you accidentally touch it. Now you take your foam, push it here and you pull down. It can come out with some force sometimes, so be careful when it pops. Just the palm of your hands down there. Basically, just watch the prongs. Do not bend them prongs, because I had a laptop and we bent them back into position because I pulled off the adapter on this Dell laptop, and actually it was working fine for a while and it wouldn't go over a certain size. So when I limited the size of the partitions, which is installing, we can get to all these videos later if you like these, in your comments and stuff if you like that. So basically these prongs, then it just went and the computer had a little crack down the side of this. It was the surge, probably, I imagine, would have gone through one of these gold connectors because of the angle they were at, could contact it with the computer's motherboard or something. But luckily, thankfully, we only lost the drive and not the motherboard. So basically it's a 40GB AT disk drive, which basically is the type that they had at the time. Now it's not SATA yet. SATA, you see the AT, the only half. Side. Next we're going to take the RAM out now. This is the wireless card for the internet, you do not need that. This little small one over here you will need to take out. Pressure on it. And in there. There we go. Comes off just like that. And you will notice the screws, they're picking up on this, they're very, very small. As you can see, that they are magnetised screwdrivers. Now that is probably a good recommendation to have them if you can afford them. Now, like that. Now, taking a look, the RAM is here. Now if you take a look here, there are two little catches here. Now there is room for a second set of RAM, but you can only take two in a laptop normally. So what you need to do is peel both of these at the same time, or even separately sometimes, and it pops up like this. Right guys, so we have the RAM and the hard disk, that's all we need. Basically, we have a little slot, so we can try and mount this one, but the design of this is actually the little port that is in here, you can't really see that, is the SATA connector, and it's not going to take with that bracket, but I can try reversing the bracket, see if it fits, because this one didn't come with any kind of connectors or parts. But we can work out getting something for those later. First, we're going to try that hard drive, so we're going to put it in the mounting bracket. You can put it in upside down, maybe this will work. Okay, unfortunately the hard drive isn't going to fit because it's a SATA connector, a pure SATA, so it will not fit. So I can't use the hard drive in this computer. But now I do have one upstairs that can probably fit, but I'm not too sure about that, so we can try ahead with the RAM anyway and see if it fits. Same way in all laptops. So if you take a look, you can see the groove is here and on the board. So all you have to do is it's at an angle, always at an angle, try and push into the slot. And sometimes the RAM is completely different as well. As you see, I'm having a bit of trouble there lining this up. I do not think it will fit. The RAM doesn't fit slightly, and this one doesn't fit. Now what you always do when you're working on these anyway, you can use this as a knowledge kind of video, is that you never do work without the battery. So basically a lithium ion battery is, basically it's in iPhones and stuff like that. Now the rule with these is never let them completely run flat. Sometimes they say that it's good, like, because they're running, they have the Garmin's, they say it's better to let them run flat, but lithium ion do not let them run flat, because when they are gone, they go and that's it. But they do last a long time, because when you charge them and you don't use them, they will stay charged exactly as they are. But once they're gone, they won't recharge. That's why you always get warning lights and stuff on stuff that uses lithium ion, like the chargers, drills, stuff like that, because if you let them run out, they will not charge again and you'll have to replace them. And this seems to have happened to this type of battery, because the battery does not work, which is why I required the power lead. Just flicks in like that. That's the one lever to hold. This one is blocking that, and just pull out. This one was an older design. It was basically this kind of charger, and you just slide them in, pop. That's it. It's easy as that. As you can see, you can take these and you can pop them in. You can see the connector here, and you can see the connector on here. So you can see they're completely different. So a port wouldn't be accepted, and the mounting bracket wouldn't fit in either because of the little extension on it. So the best thing you can do is really just put it back together. And screws are very small and different in size. But the charger we have, it's always very important that you match up the amps as well, and the wattage, the volts and stuff, all can be the same, but they might be different amps, so you just have to really try and see if they fit and if they work. But you want to be careful with long-term use of the wrong one. So you really have to do your research on what batteries they can take, because they can, with the wrong power supply, fry out boards and stuff if they're left on too long, you know. So you really want to make sure you've got a proper charge. So with that done, we know that it's tested. Basically you need the tools, and there's a lot of stuff that you might need. I need socket wrenches for motherboard. That's for another computer. I have 4 here I can show you at the moment. See how this one goes, and we'll see what you guys want. Possibly if you want to see anything else about computers, if you may be interested in it. So we're in Ireland anyway, in Dublin. That's where my area is. So it's an Irish video, so I can show you where to get parts if you're living here. But I know that on YouTube I've noticed you can't really tell where somebody's from unless they say in the video, or there's something in the description of the channel that tells you. So hopefully now you'll find something useful, and basically be able to help you start out yourself, and I'm doing it along with you, and we can come up with some ideas and what else we could try and do. Any kind of tips you have, I'll share what I can, and hopefully we can get some things started here, you know. Start building custom computers down the line, because I can completely take apart the old ones here, and I'm going to start trying to build one, but unfortunately getting money through is a bit hard. Like, it's €400 for the first one, so it's not much, but when you can't get people who aren't going to buy them, it's obviously can't sell without being a business, so that's how it has to go. So I'm going to put these go ahead and put these back apart now, and I'll be back in a moment. Okay, now these are them put back together again, as best they can be at the moment. And you can see where this one, that obviously taking that stuff out would be a huge benefit, but they do not fit, because this is an older generation. It's probably a DDR RAM and it's probably a DDR2 or 3. But as you can look on the side, you can tell there are a lot of USBs and there's a display port. There's a few internet connections and there's a hard disk. And the DVD there, that can be taken out and used as well. Because all them slimline drives now, it might not be any use. But you never know. So it's good to have spare parts. Now you have here, actually you can see a HDMI cable is in here, as well as the regular analog signal. This is a digital. So this shows it would be a lot more better improvement than this one. Fortunately, like I said, the screen don't work, keyboard doesn't work. No, the keyboard's easy fixed as well. You just take this little tab and get a screwdriver to get them off. All of them are different. There's like screws underneath, and the screws underneath on the bottom actually do all this actually in place, and it's simple enough to come off. And inside, anyway, they come off simple enough, but you need to take screws out the back to get these off, and then all you do is pull this up, a little cable under here, a ribbon cable which actually keeps it connected, and it's simply a white lead it and you lift it up, off comes the keyboard, you can replace it. Because now I did up a little notebook, and the thing is they don't have the hard drives, they have them inside, so you have to take them out from inside under the cupboard. Simple enough procedure, just straight in and out as well, without any screws once you get the back off. But there are like a lot of screws, there's 8 screws in the other one. You see here you've got main screws here, they're all marked F8, F7, all different depth and tread sizes. Now you want to be careful with using screws as well, that you don't tread them in, because you can break them if you use like pins like this. They are quite big. So say you have your precision toolkit, hopefully, and hopefully you'll be using them correctly, because you will ruin the treads, they will not come out. You need special tools, and that's obviously what you can't have. So hopefully I'll find something for these, but this is just a test video for a laptop. Mostly we're going to be doing desktops from now on, and hopefully I can find a mounting for this kind of phone. It's iPhone 5, so I don't know, because I'll probably invest in a good camera. But like I said, it's hard to know which one, so if you have any suggestions, or if the audio is fine, quality, you know, if there's any feedback really, you know. Well, this is basically what I'm going to be doing, and if you're kind of interested in upgrading any part of your computer, you know, trying to get into the business yourself, you can comment here or send me a message to my account on the YouTube. And you want me to build you a desktop, then sure, go ahead, because I definitely know what I'm doing in that area. But these laptops, there's so many chargers, like, I mean, you just have the basic kettle plugs for desktops. So basically, that's all I'm really going to be doing. So hopefully you enjoyed, and hopefully I'll see you next time.